There's a young woman who has recently, thank God, been able to possibly rest in peace a little bit. Her name was recently, or was being reported before a recent coverage of her story as Jane Clinton Doe. Okay. Her passing was over 50 years ago. She was found in a river in Clinton, Iowa, which is why her middle name is Clinton. But she had no identification and they could not identify who she was, right? That's obviously the same thing. Anyway, she was a 15-year-old girl who seemed to be pregnant and had died from a single gunshot, and somebody deposited her body into the river, okay? This is the concern that I have. The person who did that, if you just have a little bit of common sense, would probably have had to be her father. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant the father of the baby. But the two could be the same because the odds of the person having been not her age and have violated her may be the very reason why her body had to go in the river. Okay, it had to be somebody who shouldn't have been laning with a 15-year-old child. The reason that the story is coming to light isn't just the fact that it's brought attention to her name, because they've now been able to utilize genealogy to figure out that her name is actually Cheryl Lynn Edwards. Cheryl Lynn Edwards, okay? But two things are a problem for me in this story. One, the network that broadcast her story kept calling her a woman. They kept saying the woman's genealogy, the woman's birth records show that she was born at a military facility. The woman's grandparents were traced back to show that they left the area. She wasn't a woman, she was a child, and had maybe her family protected her because she was a child, and maybe the grown-ass person who possibly laid with her never did so because she was a child, she'd still be here. Okay? Secondly, what kind of family leaves the area after their child or their family member goes missing and you haven't been able to solidify what happened to her? They never had closure because they never knew who she was. There's no way I would have left if that was my family member. I'd still be kicking up buckets trying to figure out where my family member went. Now, it's easy to say something like, oh, maybe she ran away. Yeah, well, that was a common thing that they would say about people when they didn't want them on the board anymore. They ran away. Whole time they had this person taken out. They knew if this person told the truth about what was going on in their sick, sadistic ass family, most of the time a lot of other shit would come to the light as well. You see what I'm saying? Shame on that town, shame on those people, shame on her family, and God forsake the soul who did that to that child.